Back to a video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas, and today we're back with another album reaction plus review. Today we are going to be diving into BTOB's newest album, the third one overall, Be Together, now finally back together as 6. And yeah, last week we had checked out their newest music video, their comeback, The Song, and there I said I'm unsure right now if I will be able to react to the album. A lot of factors will play into that. I will see about it in a week or so. And now it's time to react to it. I had to wait for lyric videos and everything, and these were all spread across several different channels here, but I found the lyric videos for all the 10 B-sides that we're going to be checking out overall, and I'm excited to now dive into this thing in detail. We're splitting it in 2 parts because 10 songs is a lot, and I do not believe Cute would let that be allowed within one video, so we're splitting it in 2 parts with 5 songs each. Means for part 1, we are including Blooming Day, Be Together, My Way, Whiskey, and Lonely in chronological order from how the track list is, plus we are skipping the intro and the interlude because that is just instrumental. And yeah, only other thing to add is that it's nearly 3 AM Monday morning. You know, I was like, you know, played some games and was like, hey, we have 2 comics tomorrow, but I do not feel like sleeping yet. Let's just pre-record this for Tuesday already. I'm planning this to release this on Tuesday because we have no comic that day, so I thought that's a good day to drop the album, and that's what we're now going to be doing. So, 3 AM, what better time to react to an album than that, you know? So, let's dive into this. 5 songs for each part. Number 1, now here with Blooming Day. Like mentioned, we're back now with 6 members instead of 4, with Hyunsik and Seungjae added to the list. Excited to see how the dynamic with 6 of them will unfold. The only other BTOB album I had checked out had only the 4 of them that we saw in Kingdom, which we'll also still have to check out a few more performances of. But yeah, let's check it out. Excited to see what styles they will be going for, you know, probably more vocal focused. First B-side of 10 on BTOB's third album, Be Together, Blooming Day. Check it out. And already, thank you to all the lyric videos, because without those, this will be not even half as enjoyable. Also, you will see that it's 3 AM because of this huge freaking water bottle. Such a full opening, and now we only have the piano for the verse. Eunkwang has such a... Oh! Oh! Whoa! I was just about to talk because I thought we just continue in this way. That came out of nowhere. There you go! Michik has a cool voice. Digging this arrangement. Play around a lot. Oh, his vocals. The way we had such long drag once and then, you know, like smoothly ending it there. That was lovely. Oh, both Hyunsik and Seungjae have such a great tone. All together, great voices in this group. Love the lyrics though. And yo. Oh, I love that. Great ad-lib. I really like his talk flowing like delivery. Be my Giselle and be a Tom Brady. Got to talk about a line in a moment, but oh, I love the dynamic in the song. The rap does feel out of place, you know. The lyrics and vocals are wonderful. And these long drag notes in the chorus from Chang to Eunkwang are And then that's fade out like moments. That's what I love a lot about both of them, especially. Their voices are usually deeper, but they can do these higher register tones so easily. The title is really fitting. It was such a blooming moment there. I was like, oh, we're ending it on that, but little outro section with the piano. Ah, that was stunning! Man, I talked about it. I want to see how the dynamic will now be as 6, you know, because previously we had basically two more rappers that can like still vocalize well and 2 vocalists. Now we have 2 more vocalists added to that, so we have now more different voices to switch around with, while still keeping the same amount of flow basically. And Blooming Day has such a intriguing arrangement. I think one that can really entertain you for a long time, you know, because it was neither a typical orchestral pop like sound nor a orchestral ballad, nor was it a typical slow-paced ballad. We switched around a lot between a more quieter sound picture to then a lot of layers with one another, to strong vocals to softer vocals. I mean, just along that bit within the chorus, that is definitely my favorite part of the song, is how we go to such loud and powerful long drag notes until we then do to wrap that up. That's just an immediate great switch up after it, you know. We don't even take any time to give like a instrumental break after these long drag notes. No, we add a fade out note instead for that. That just sounds so magical. And here that ending section though with Hyunsik and his version of that Neo Gallo note there with some extra background vocals. Wow, that sounds amazing. But again though, alone the beginning of the song is actually quite interesting. Like with such a lovely quiet intro, or like such a layered intro. And what means layered, you know, but like it feels like we're going high now. But instead, take everything out again and just have the piano. And then out of nowhere though, after such a lovely opening section from Eun Kwang, where we're like, okay, we now continue like this. Instead, out of nowhere, boom! We get some drums in there, we get music flowing as usual. That was such a cool caught off guard moment, you know, like nothing that feels out of place or like it feels, you know, not well placed. You just don't expect it at first, but it's such a cool first switch up within the song. Then obviously Pena gets his flow section later on as well, and everyone else, like mentioned, also has their vocal section that just sound great. Especially like mentioned this chorus section here with the long dragged 2 vocals back to back with then this little fade out. That's so lovely. That's such a great chorus. And again, like mentioned, I haven't heard too much of Hyunsik and Seungjae. They both have quite a neutral tone, I'd actually say, you know. Both Eun Kwang and Changsub, when they usually sing, I'd say are usually more deeper. Both of them feel a bit more normal, actually, at first. But that's what I, like mentioned, love a lot about these two, what I've seen from them thus far. How easily they can go for these very high tones while still keeping their usual deeper voice, you know. Love that range there, and I can't wait to see more of these two now on the other songs we're still going through. Blooming Day, lovely first B-side, really like the title suggests, very blooming, very satisfying, you know, a very satisfying chorus, a lot of variety from vocals to flowing to talk like delivery, everything there you could expect from a group like BTOB. Lovely opening, very enjoyable. We move over to the second B-side, which is Be Together, the title of the album now as song. Get out. This is our slow-paced piano ballad, which I love, so this album would probably be for me. We have a string, we have the violins. Also, the lyrics were lovely for Blooming Day, but I think there will be a theme going on. Yeah, he has a lovely tone. We like didn't really have a long pre-chorus this time. We got into this chorus section way earlier. You know what I mean? How quickly he like... I think it's really his trademark. These very high-pitched notes. It's a oh no, even a little rock string there. And here comes Minhyuk with his deep voice talking like delivery. Ooh, these drums though. I love the way they combine drums and sometimes a little bit of rock with orchestral. These drums! I can totally see them in a full rock song. I'm sensing a penule flow section for the bridge. But his chorus melody is lovely. Like, so full. They have such full choruses. Like, just compare the story and then the first note after that. I love that. Daniel? Oh, this sound a bit quiet here from the mixing. Oh, he felt a bit quiet there from the mixing. But maybe it was intended. But Hyunjin brings the power back in. Ooh! Man's coming back from military and immediately dropping these notes. And Chang's immediately. Oh, that section was beautiful. It just makes me happy knowing like they're finally back. They can now just continue doing this, you know. They had to wait so long to be back in the studio to record. They're putting it all in there. Chang's up too! Oh, they have these lovely outros, you know? Like these lovely vocalizing outros, just some harmonies in there, and a little bit of fade out for the instrumental too. Lovely. Okay, that was necessary, but ooh, their songs, they're always so long and full. BTOB songs are so full, and this song was lovely. You know, like we for a vocal group, it's always a bit more difficult, in my opinion, to bring a lot of variety into an album. You know that do not repeat too much stuff, like back to back or anything like that. Especially for a full album, this song is such a very different vibe compared to both other songs, as far to the title track and to Blooming Day. And here we have a lot of rock influence in it this time. Some heavy drums. What means heavy? You know, they're just very prominent, and you can just focus on them a lot, so you move yourself to the song to do that. And otherwise, a great combination again of more orchestral and a little bit of rock influence. That's very lovely. Do gotta say though, Penyut's verse felt a bit not underwhelming, but like he sounded so quiet. Like, I don't know, there's such a lot of energy and bit of power within there, but he is more of a talk and delivery here, you know? Like, I don't mind that, but the mixing sounded so quiet. You know what I mean? Like, his voice sounds so drowned. Like, it sounds like he's a bit tired in some way, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was. Either it was intentionally mixed that way, or it's maybe now this audio here on YouTube and it's different on Spotify. But he sounds a bit too drowned here, you know? Like with such a powerful moment going on there, just a powerful bass line and top line in general, that his section falls a bit flat. Like volume-wise, you know? That's a bit weird. But otherwise, the vocals, especially throughout this entire song, again, amazing. They have such full choruses because they have just these full, strong vocals and vocal colors that they just can't do that all the way through without leaving too many break sections in between. But that section, especially now, after that Penya verse, amazing. You know, the way we transition here and the way we have that high note there. Like mentioned, I'm always so happy to see people get back from the military because they can just do again what they love, you know, and you just really feel that emotion here and all that amplifiers that is put into that vocal there, that high note. We will eventually bloom again. The lyrics suits too. Did you hear how the drums and the guitar go crazy alongside with it? That high note there is... oh, it's so good. And do you expect to get like a lengthy section before we go back into heavy news? But no, it's only this, baby, I promise. And then you already like the from the string again. Lovely. That section here is definitely my favorite of the song. That powerful high note into such a short but lovely little line, back into the power. Love. Like, I just can't repeat this word over and over because it just suits their sound and their song so well. It's so freaking lovely. And again, as someone that has especially been appreciating more vocal focused songs, slower paced songs more throughout the past 2 months, exactly my thing. This will definitely be the type of album that you just don't even gotta focus on too much or concentrate on too much. You just like lean back in your bed, do something else, or maybe you exercise or something like that, and just put on this album and just enjoy it, you know. I mean, that will definitely be the way this album is meant to be enjoyed, you know. Like, obviously we can review it a little bit, but I think just sitting back and not focusing on it too much and just feel the energy of it, that's the way to do it. But yeah, Be Together, lovely rock influence in it, that was very, very enjoyable. We move over to our third B-side, which is Way. Check it out. Digging that BPM. I really like his voice. His voice is awesome, and it's way too far in the screen here. Daniel. Yeah, that's a way better delivery. A little bit of arrogance, like delivery, like This is type of vibe. Oh, that's a cool line. Yeah, Penya has a lot of these English lines in there, right? Didn't talk about it earlier too much again about that, what was it, Brad Pitt line or something like that with Giselle? Ooh, but I love this very simple but, oh, what's that there? What's that instrument? Felt like trumpets or similar, but a lot of different sounds actually here and there. You know what I mean? There's this extra melody that was sprinkled in there. Yeah, but this song, It's definitely from the usual tempo more my thing. It's continuous. Great drum set here is just like what bass drum set, like bass set in general. It's just such a headbanger, you know, without being heavy or anything. Just a fun vibe. Now, Major? Oh, now a little synth added as well. Oh, Panic Aluminium flow in this one. That is their song. Ooh, lovely line. I finally became someone's idol. That was a cool line. Oh, now we have that synth added for the chorus too. This song is awesome. I just love these songs that have this continuous bass going on. It's just so fun. Oh, and then these lovely dual-like vocals. My way. This song is sick. The vocals. Everybody shines here. This is such a cool sound environment for them. So many different names popping up here, and this song is so cool. Oh, this song is such a fantastic vibe to it. My favorite thus far, I'd say, probably, or definitely the song that I can vibe the most to. Because like mentioned, the first two songs, Blooming Day and Be Together, or like B-sides, are more of like enjoy songs, you know, that you don't really need to focus on too much, or like that you don't, let's say, engage with too much, you know. Like there are several ways you can listen to music. To some you just, you know, like listen to in the background basically. Like background, I think some people may call background music a bad description of something, but I think background music is a good way to describe songs, like mentioned, that you do not need to focus on too much, or that where it's not necessary to focus on them too much, where you can really just listen to that while you do something else. Like, just imagine playing a chill game, you know, like a build-up game or something like that, and you have that have Be Together or a Blooming Day going on with that. That's a cool vibe to go along with, but you don't need to focus on it too much. You know, it's just cool stuff that goes on while you do something else. My Way, on the other hand, is the type of song you can just really focus on, you can just really engage with, the type of song that you can feel like you can really do alongside with fans, as example, you know? Like, just imagine they go with the fans like the My way, my way, my way, my way, something like that, you know? That's just so cool, and obviously I mentioned this continuous space that just never stops. It's just so fun to whip along with it, you know? And it's not a heavy song either, you know? It's just such a fun, groovy vibe. Everybody's having fun. The vocals are on point, you know? Both Penny and Minchooks, obviously, as the rappers, that's definitely their thing. That's their environment. It just flows so cool over it, with so many little different sound elements sprinkled in there, here and there, to keep it fresh sound-wise as well. My Way, thus far, probably my favorite song of the album. I probably enjoyed it even more than the entire track, because again, I love these vocal focus songs and everything, but songs like My Way are the songs that I can just see myself opening Spotify for. You know what I mean? There are songs that I enjoy when they ever come on, and there are also songs where I'm like, hey, when I come home, I open Spotify, this would be a type of song that I would search for immediately to listen to it first, you know? Or like the type of song and melody that I can really feel myself or see myself go along with at work, you know? Because obviously, like, these very long and full vocal focus songs are very difficult to, like, you know, memorize and just think of at work, basically. This song is such a lean back, chill, simple, fun type of vibe that I can totally see myself just vibe into while thinking about it at work. That's the type of song, and I love that a lot, and that's why I would consider My Way thus far my favorite song of the album. But again, though, what I wanted to talk about, like Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. What was the line earlier? With Giselle? Like, be my Giselle, like you're my something like Brad Pitt or anything like that. I don't know what it is. I see Peña's adding a lot of these pop culture like inspired lines in his stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure he writes all these verses alone. I think that's one of his things, you know, like very pop culture related stuff. Some English lines that you may sound weird at first, like in Germany you'd call it or like in German rap you call it Vergleiche, you know, like metaphors, I think you call it. Or comparisons, basically, you know, like these fun one-liners, like Frank Sinatra did it my way, because that's one of his songs and everything. That's cool, and it's always enjoyable. You know, this makes his verses a little highlight for me, because I'm always like, oh, what fun line do we have this time in there, you know? B2B's My Way, favorite song thus far of their third album, Be Together. We move over to our fourth B-side, fourth one for this part, and that is Whiskey. And whiskey obviously is a very strong alcohol that immediately gives you very different thoughts, or like many thoughts and feelings into yourself. Like whiskey, when I hear the word whiskey, I think of like a Western saloon where like that tough guy comes in like, oh, give me that whiskey, and you know what? That's the vibes I'm getting here. So let's see what that song has in store for us. B2B, Whiskey. Whoa, that is a totally different vibe immediately. Okay. Ooh, what is this beat? I don't drink alcohol, by the way, so I can't relate with the lyrics or anything, but... Ooh, man, it's flow here. Oh. Again, this continuous cymbal bass. It just keeps going and going, and it's so fun to whip along with. Oh, Hinchuk though. Oh, Hinchuk, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Oh, I'm thinking that we keep that bass line even for the chorus. Fits the vocals so well too. Why do I feel like talk about it about, but ooh, the flow on this one from Bob Magic and oh. Oh, damn! Damn, what a loud and heavy sound effect now. Damn, this album took a switch. Such a soft opening section basically with the time track and the two other B-sides, and now for my way into this. Damn! Great pre-chorus. Oh, did you hear that? Ain't no distraction. Yo, this song is also a vibe. My Way and Whiskey back to back is sick. That's what I mean. Why do I feel like some female fans, or just fans that are attracted to the guys, are a bit, especially with these ad libs, a bit like woo right now. Oh, what a lovely synth sound here. This song. That's what I mean. Oh, this song is amazing! This song is so fun! This song is... And we get an outro too! I was like, oh, don't end it there, but... That's the only thing I would have changed. I have it in so many albums reactions recently. That's always the thing for B-sides, you know? Like, we already don't end it with the lyrics, but add this little outro section. So instead of ending it here with the lyrics of the outro section, add another two sections of, or like another, I still haven't searched out what you call it, you know? Like this one typical melody length, which is usually like 5 minutes and all. Like the typical melody of this song is do 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 do. Like, you know, that's one section basically, which is around 5 seconds long, something like that, you know? You usually have 4 of those for a chorus, and that's just typical music stuff, you know? But like, instead of just ending it there with the lyrics here,
The gap.
And then it's do 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 do. And then ended. You know, these little 5 seconds. That's the only little thing I would have polished, but oh my god, Whiskey is freaking amazing. Oh wow. Like again, it was such a sensible and vocal focused opening section for the album. That's always something very important about albums, especially like full albums. For mini albums, I don't mind it if we have like when we have 5 or 4 songs, that every song is very different from one another, where we really go boom, 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 4 different genres, concepts. You know, pretty cool, you know? But for an album, I feel like you shouldn't do that. I think an album, especially when we have in this case, like interludes and instrumental stuff aside without lyrics, 11 songs, there you should definitely, look and plan and list the songs in a way, or like create songs in a way where we have like a bit of a theme going on, where it's either not too repetitive, but also not, you know, like where you go from this to that and then from there to there, you know, that may feel a bit too abruptly, you know, like if you have a genre type, like, you know, rock albums or so, every song is more of a rock vibe, so there doesn't matter. But I feel like for K-pop we have so many different genre vibes and tempos and all this stuff, where I think it's always important to make a good mix, you know, to make a good track list, to, you know, to catch the people for the album, to not either drag one genre too long, or, you know, if maybe 2 songs are similar, then don't do them back to back, because then it may sound too similar and all that stuff. But thus far, from the title track to the 2 more vocal focused epic type of songs, we now go over to more lean back, chill, fun songs. What means chill, but you know, like these, you know, just move yourself to it type songs. And Whiskey is sick, you know, like mentioned, a bit sexy actually, you know, with the deeper like kiss, you know, that I think like for the fans and listeners that are like maybe attracted to the guys, or like in some way, you know, just crush on them or whatever, where they would be like, oh, what did you just say? And like even with the type adders on top of that, like I'm just saying, if I listen to some girl groups and they do these type of lyrics, you know, I'm also like, what did you say, girl? You know, that's now the other way around. And it's also, you know, like a theme and identity of the song that is pretty cool, you know, with the whiskey type of metaphors and talking about, you know, one drink and I'm busy and all that stuff. Cool song topic and such a fun sound though. It sounds so good. Like this bass step here. Oh, this is so good. And both Minhyuk and Penyu especially, because like mentioned, this is their environment, you know, and a more vocal focused group having these more move yourself type songs. That's a flow song. It just sounds so good. But all the vocals sound incredible again. The dynamic of BTOB is so good. These 2 obviously shine here. But we again had, yeah, I can feel the temp rising like an elevator. I think I would not be surprised if Peniel has one of these comparison type of lines, mostly English or Korean, in his verses. I would not be surprised if that's the case, you know. It's actually a thing in German and German rap, at least from the one I'm listening to or heard or talked to or heard about. That's actually very lovely thing. Or like a very common thing to do, you know, where some people are even annoyed with it because they just repeat each other so much, you know, like with so many I just translated now lines that go like I have time like the Rolex or something like that, you know, just very common, and you hear it in every song. But there are also some rappers that have like so cool and creative and fantastically rhymed comparisons that just make really of a highlight, you know. And Penny seems to be one of his trademark things, to always have this type of comparison type of line within his songs, you know. My way like Frank Sinatra, yeah, I can feel the temp rising like an elevator. You know, it's something very simple, you know. Temp rising like an elevator. Very simple, because elevators rising, everything, you know. Simple, but it's always these little aha type of lines where you're like, oh, okay, I understand you, I don't know what you mean. Or at first, like, what does he mean? Oh, that's what he means, you know. That's always cool, you know, and I think it's something I don't actually see too often in K-pop, at least for rappers, so that's the thing hopefully he has been doing for a while now, so that if we dive to more of his older songs, we'll talk about again in some way, and for his other songs, or for other songs as well. So yeah, BTOB's Whiskey. Both My Way and Whiskey will be the songs I will listen to first after this. Insanely much fun. Holy moly. Whiskey is the flow in there, but the vocals too again. amazing. My Way and Whiskey thus far are definitely my songs from this album. So much fun with it, can't wait to re-listen to it. And we're now moving over to Only. And I feel like now we're going for the switch up again, because like mentioned, after a more vocal focused style, we now went over to more bass type of songs, you know, where you can move yourself to Lonely, at least sounds on paper like it could be more softer now again. So, fifth and final song of part 1 of my BTOB third album, Be Together reaction, Only. Let's go. Violence and a... What's that sound? This... Hyun-sik, I don't know how to pronounce his name honestly, but I really like his voice. It's so clean. Again, the lyrics are always very lovely. Love how the voice is very in the forefront here, while we still have a very late instrumental that is more in the background. Cool mixing. Ooh, now the drums are very heavy and prominent. I think even a... Is that a rock string? No, what does that sound? It kind of sounds like it, probably not though. Oh, said, oh, it's a violin, like a probably that. My hoodie that you took to wear as pajamas. Again, such type of line. Lovely verse here. Very fitting for the atmosphere, which is something I always appreciate when rappers are able to adjust to the sound environment. Yeah, but Hyun-sik and Seungjae have wonderful voices. Lovely impression throughout this album thus far. Very bit of in the pre-chorus though. That can be a very epic line to sing along. You know, like these English lyrics within the choruses or within songs you could just sing along. Like some maybe some will go for the Korean as well, but at least for the English ones will always be able to sing along correctly. Oh! I love how the high note just kept going as he was already in his talk like flow. The violence going crazy, the drums are so on point here. Such an epic ballad. That was such a smooth transition here. Oh, that was. Oh, that's also so cool arrangement wise. BTOB have some of my favorite high notes, honestly. They always come so satisfying. Oh, we had it actually there? Oh, I mean, the song is 4 minutes long, but it actually felt like we should have done the chorus, or like we only did one half of the chorus here this time, you know, instead of doing it twice. That may be a bit annoying, because I always think that the final chorus should be the fullest one, or like the most explosive one, and more satisfying one, so only doing one half there is a bit, but that section beforehand was so well done, you know? After his verse, the way we, transitioned over from his flowing like verse into like his flow bridge, basically. Like this, that final section of the song is just, it's just so good, you know. Like we have the Ian Kwang high note going on while Minhyuk does his rap bridge. Like even though it feels more like, I always talk about talk flow rather than rap. You know, it's not really vocalizing either. I always like to call it like talk flow. You know, I think talk flow is a good word for it, or like a description for it. But like the way we had the power and the layerment going on here for a moment, and then we cut it out for a moment. And we back to the, you hear the sound effect on the drums here. Like the drums were always there, but here we have a filter on it where they're purposely done away where they feel drowned, where they feel far in the background, still there, but just not as drums usually sound. Like, just focus on the drums. They sound not as usual, because we're now back again in a quieter environment. So freaking great. But here now, again, yeah, we should have definitely done the chorus full here. That's actually a bit annoying. That's actually, I feel like you do such a lengthy and awesome bridge section there, you know, because we do, you know, the talk flow like, then quiet moment, then vocalist, flow moment. Vocalist, flow moment, bam, high note, and then you're like, oh, now we need that's like a freaking amazing finale, and now the chorus just needs to go to just continue like that. But instead we cut off the chorus in the half and then just add a little bit of outro section there, instrumental wise at least. But like, they should have 100% taken these extra 20 seconds to do the chorus in full again, and then maybe do another good vocal there for an outro section, you know. They should have definitely taken those 20 seconds extra to add to the end there, because we have such an amazing and satisfying bridge in section before the final chorus, where then the final chorus feels like, you know, only the half and feels like the outro basically. That should never be the case. The final chorus also needs to be that strong. That's the only thing I can criticize about the song here. Otherwise, lovely arrangement yet again. Always something I appreciate about rappers, and always I think is one of the most important things about a rapper. I love when they are able to show off and heavy flow and everything in the sound environment, like we had now for My Way and Whiskey, but also to be able to make soft flows and just great flows and everything that suit the tone and suit the environment of other songs, like this one, which was now a bit more sentimental, a bit more epic, and a bit more softer overall, you know. That's something both of them can do amazingly, so that's a great thing. But again, we had a line from Penyo that, even though it wasn't really, actually, it was in some way a comparison, but like, there's always one line in there that just doesn't feel, that just isn't normal, you know? Like even these other lyrics here, which I still think are very well written, you know, I think their songs definitely have good meaning with it, you know, but obviously these aren't the type of lines that or like the type of topic and everything you've read before, you know, you've heard it before in some way. So even though it's obviously good and just well written and everything, it's obviously still stuff you've heard, you know. But like, Penyo always has one line in there that just doesn't feel like it. Frank Sinatra, My Way, Giselle like da da da, like an elevator and whatnot. And in this scenario, he had the line, "My hoodie that you took to wear as pajamas." It's like a line that have you heard this type of line ever before in another song? My hoodie that you took to wear as pajamas. Like, it's not a bad thing, not at all. Actually, the exact opposite. Because again, every Penyo verse has one line, or whatever it's English or here in this case Korean, that just stands out because it's just not normal. It's something you don't often hear or at all. You know, sometimes obviously there will be lines that where I'm like, oh, I've heard this type of comparison to the song before, but like, not often, you know, where I'm like, hey, that's so cool. There's one line always in there that's for, at least from the songs I've listened to them from them. And that's really cool. That's something I really appreciate about Penyo, because I think he writes the stuff on his own, you know, so I think that's on him. But yeah, BTOB's Lonely, amazing ending section. Definitely needed a longer chorus there at the end, though that's the only thing I can criticize. Otherwise, vocals were on point again. the flow in between, so the softer flow is also absolutely lovely. I use this word so much, I should have added a lovely counter throughout this video, but it's just the best word to describe the songs in my opinion. Lovely. It's just good. It's just great music. It's just great music, great artistry, great craft. So big credit thus far. Now that we've reached half point two, both the artists involved here and the producers doing an incredible job. Like, I think producers, I don't think they're fully self-produced. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. But thus far, fantastic work on this album. Had a lot of fun with part 1 of 2 with these first 5 songs. Really enjoyed them, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction / my part 1 to BTOB's third album, Be Together. If you did, glad you liked the whole load of show that you did. Which from the 5 songs we've checked out thus far here in part 1 is your favorite, including the title track? Which one of the first 6 songs is your favorite? Tell me all thoughts about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. We will see each other again with part 2 in, I think, an hour or so, something like that, you know. Probably will be doing it an hour after, because thus far the video is 45 minutes, so I think an hour after that is a good good time, because those of you that have now watched this entire thing already and then want to see another one have like 10 minutes or so in between to get another drink or something like that, you know, before they check out the second part. So yeah, we see each other again in around an hour or so with part 2 of my BTOB third album Be Together reaction plus review. I hope to see you there for it. I hope you enjoyed this video thus far already, and yeah, see you later. Thanks for watching.